Hi, you're watching Chung Dha. Today we are trying out 3 different kinds of Steadicams. First one is this DIY that I made myself, which is from a Manfrotto 560B1 with a clamp and a handle. Also a weight on the bottom to counteract the shakes. It doesn't use a gimbal, so it's quite simple to set up. And then the Hake Mini Motion or the HMMC. This is a very simple and one of the first consumer-based Steadicams. It's very easy to set up and very easy actually to learn how to use it. And then the Kane Steadicam that you can buy from eBay. It's a China branded Steadicam and it's quite nice. It looks very professional, same as the Flycam, the Glide Cam, and it's very compact and price ranges is close to the DIY one and also the Hake MMC. This one can be folded up to be very compact. However, this and actually these kinds of Steadicams are quite hard to set up. It takes much longer than the other two, and actually show you the comparison time I need to set up each one of these. So let's do it. So the first test, we want to try out which one is the fastest to change into a Steadicam. This DIY one is already a monopod and actually can stand on its own to film nice steady shots. So we want to have the camera change from either a tripod or this monopod onto a Steadicam. However, this one is slightly different. This one is basically the fastest because I just unlock the bottoms and I'll be done. And here is the Steadicam mode. So that was pretty quick, just a few seconds, just twisting the releasing the knobs and pushing it up, and I can just go and walk the Steadicam shot. So this be the fastest. However, it's not going to be the most smoothest, but it be smooth enough for most people, and you can also add a little bit more smoothness by using warp stabilization in post. And that was the DIY one. Now to the Hake MMC. So now the Hake Mini Motion. So for this, its only annoyance is I can't put the quick release under this camera or onto this one, because then I need to put a lot of weight under here and I don't have the weight for it. Well, it's now all especially balanced and it's now easy. It's basically at the moment just only moving it forward and backwards, and because you don't have to do a lot of changes, and these changes are slightly easy, pretty easy to do. So this is that, and then do the left and right. Now the front. And okay, this is done. So this is pretty fast, however not as fast as DIY, because DIY you don't have to get the quickly release off and do all this. Probably if there was if I was possibly able to find a way to add more weight on the bottom without making this too much of a bulk, I could add a quick release on top quite easily and quicker, just directly put it on the right spot, and maybe slightly have to adjust the bottom because this might move while you're traveling and have this in your bag. But yeah, for the rest, this is quite easy and fast to set up, and yeah, it doesn't need a lot of yeah, it's quite fast to learn to how to set this up actually, because there's not too much things you have to do, or too much knobs and stuff you have to adjust, and it can forgive quite a lot if it's not perfect. Well, the next one, the cam, you have to perfectly set everything up, otherwise it will move, it will wobble, or it will just do odd stuff. It needs to be perfect, the next one. So up to the next one. So now we're going to start installing the one for the cam Steadicam. So first we need to grab the camera off the tripod, and we have to use a special tool. We have to have a kind of a docking station for on here. So, and then we put the Steadicam on here. Tighten this up, and then yeah, because here, and I can see it's not. So you can already see you need to have a extra tool, and also you need the tripod to actually able to, yeah, you have to use actually a lot of time to set this up, because such minute changes can change the whole thing. Like when you just, it's going to take at least 10 minutes to set this up perfect. Because this is really a lot of work just to set it up. You have to really minutely change it, and if it's even just like 1 millimeter off to one side, it's just going to be, it's really minute changes. So I have to say, yeah, time wise with these kind of Steadicams, you have to get a lot of time to set it up. It's not like that you can set it up quickly and directly shoot with it. Become top heavy. So I have to say, time wise, this is going to take forever. So yeah, I think at the moment we're already like using more time than the other two. And mainly because this doesn't have those knobs that make it slightly easier to make more minute changes, because at the moment I have to slide this with my hand forward and backwards a little bit. So okay, that is now straight. So this, you have to set this up and all kinds of other things. And this, trying to fly this, actually you need to have a lot of practice with it. It's not like 1, 2, 3 that you can just hold it and it's just steady. And it's different than the DIY one, where the DIY one is where you really hold it tight and just try to film, literally film with it. Or this is more trying to counteract and smoothly move with it. So yeah, the time is really slow with this. So those were the Steadicams, and yeah, the actual Steadicam is quite hard to set it up very quickly. You need at least 10 to 15 minutes or even a little bit longer for it if you have more equipment on it and have the bigger with the vest and everything and all. Those you really need a lot of time to set it up. And yeah, I have to say the very simple DIY one, you get a lot of extra things. However, you know it's not going to be as smooth as you want compared to the other two. The HMMC, I have to say, if you're just beginning and you want to try out Steadicam, probably the HMMC or something similar like the Merlin possibly be easier for you to learn how to handle it and also to set it up. However, if you want to go all the way professional, get the Steadicam, the Flycam, the Glidecam. However, you have to know it's quite a steep learning process to get that perfect, to get the setup also right. And however, from all these three, I have to say the most professional one, I don't really like it as much, but it's really smooth if you get it all the way down to the perfect setting. But it's really takes you too much time for it to be able to do that. Using the DIY one, I have to say I possibly would use it because it's for events, especially at events where you don't have enough space. You can't put a tripod down, and also because it's a monopod, you can't quickly and use just a very small space to set it up. Get a smooth panning shot, a stable shot, just standing there, and quickly change it to a Steadicam just to follow somebody around. It's just much easier and much quicker. So the HMMC is quite easy to set up and quite simple, and also quite nice small package. I have to say, yeah, if you're beginning, possibly the HMMC is quite nice, and yeah, it's very smooth actually, and you have to like walk quite smooth to get it actually to be very smooth. If you're a bit of a hopping walk, it will see you going up and down. However, running with it, you can actually get very smooth shots with it. But yeah, these are like all different kinds of situations, but I think events, the DIY one would be very great. The HMMC could also be used for events. However, yeah, changing from one to another at the moment is a bit hard. You can get the slightly more expensive version where you which is heavier and also bigger, where you can actually put the quick release on it. But yeah, and then the professional is in for the movies, where you get a lot of time to actually prepare and do the shots and set it up and actually get the very smooth shots. And even when you're walking really slow or anything, that you would get a very nice smooth shot. That was mainly it. Hopefully you guys like this information. If you have any questions, comment below, and if you like this video, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.